Hello and welcome to the Daily Mill for Wednesday, the 25th of January 2023. Well, it looks like we might nearly have our man. Finally, um, yeah, so Kevin Nisbet set for Hibs transfer exit as Millwall agree record fee for Scotland striker. This is from the dailyrecord.co.uk. This was put up Wednesday night, 9 o'clock. So Nisbet will undergo a medical and thrash out personal terms of the Lions after an improved bid was accepted. Indeed. Fantastic stuff. Kevin Nisbet sets to leave Hibs in the next 24 hours after they agreed a fee with Millwall. The London club saw an initial offer of $1 million booted out by the Hibs, but returned with an improved bid which has now been accepted. The Championship outfit will make Nisbet their record signing in the deal. Record Sport understands will be worth up to $2.5 million, which includes performance-based add-ons. Nisbet will undergo a rigorous medical and personal terms are still to be agreed, but the deal could be done as early as Thursday. 30% of the upfront fee will go to Nisbet's previous club, Dunfermline. 30%. Oh, I heard it was 20, so 30%. So this kind of matches up what we mentioned in yesterday's video, and it looks like Ross was right. Who's Ross? Exactly. Well, go and watch yesterday's video from Tuesday the 24th. It's all in there. I told you all about it. I told you what Ross told us, and he had said we made a bid for 850k, which is not back. We went back with a bid, and it seems Hibernian. Oh, you're serious, are you? Seems like you're serious because we rejected your first bid and we came back. So let's talk. We want blah 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 blah, and then it looks like Mill will come back and say, oh, okay, yeah. So the deal's getting done, which is good stuff. A lot of fans up in Scotland not happy. Hibernian fans not happy because he's their best player. Fans of Celtic and Rangers not happy because I don't know why a lot of other clubs up there don't do this. They rejected a bigger bid from Celtic apparently, but of course, because here's the thing: if you just keep selling your best players to Celtic and Rangers, how are you going to compete with them? You just become a feeder club. The other 8 teams in the SPL just become feeder clubs for the top 2. I don't know. It's probably illegal, but they should all get together and say, look, we can't keep selling our best players to Celtic and Rangers. We need to stop doing this. There's a market in England for the players if they're good enough. Let's sell them there. Don't stop selling our best players to Celtic and Rangers. But they do it, so. But apparently the Hibernian chairman, he's one, really doesn't want to do that. So here we go. The Hibees are also set to lose Ryan Porteous, who we were linked with before, but he looks like he's going to Watford, and it's 200k because his contract runs out in the summer, so he's already talking to clubs, and if he signs a pre-contract agreement, he ain't going anywhere unless it's the club that he signed a pre-contract agreement with. So there you go. Watford look to be signing him. And then they talk about the rest of Hibernian news, and that's pretty much it. The opening paragraph is it. That's all you need to know. He's on his way. He's coming down to London for a medical, and talking personal terms. So good stuff now. Good stuff. So this is a story from thescotsman.com. Kevin Nisbet edges closer to Hibs departures and will submit improved offer. Hibs are weighing up an improved offer of over $2 million for striker Kevin Nisbet. English Championship club Millwall had tabled a starting bid of just under $1 million, 850k, which Ross told us, with add-ons, which was rejected by the Easter Road outfit. So yesterday we were hearing different stories. The Millwall had a bid rejected and Millwall had a bid accepted. Apparently the two things were true because some people had the old information and some people had the very bang up to date information. So they were both correct, but In the end, the bid was accepted because it was improved. But following some tough negotiations between the Lions and Hibs chief executive Ben Gassell, that sum has more than doubled, and all parties are now just waiting on the green light from owner Ron Gordon. So obviously that has this was done in the morning, this story, so that's obviously happened, because it's set to go along to the next stage, which is a medical and personal terms. Rowett reluctant to lose their top scorer, the club are well aware of the uncertainties of football. Having knocked back a near £3 million offer from Birmingham City 2 years ago, Nisbet sustained a long-term injury, which kept him on the sidelines for almost a year. And now, with just 18 months of his current contract to run, they do not want to pass up their chance to secure optimum return for a player who was always considered an investment. Scotland forward, who scored 7 goals in 7 games since his impressive return from injury, signed from Dunfermline in 2020, said to be interested in heading to the Den, and a club fighting for a playoff spot and a shot at promotion to the Premier League. So there you go, and then they go on to talk about Ryan Porteous, and here we go. Watford are the favourites, with a deal worth over 200k. But yeah, it's happened. This is a good player. One thing I would say, we've got a problem with injuries. Some people put it down to the hardness of the pitch. Hardness of the pitch at the Den, hardness of the pitch at the training ground. This guy's obviously come back from an ACL injury and a meniscus tear. We don't want him getting injured again. We need to be careful what training he does and where he does it. We don't want him running on no hard surfaces. Well, I assume that doesn't help your knee. We want him fit and playing. So please don't train him in a way that will get him injured. Now, in a sign of things to come, preemptively, this story was this morning from southwarknews.co.uk. There isn't a cheap way. Millwall boss addresses recruitment difficulties as transfer window enters final week. The Lions have less than 7 days to conclude their business as Gary Rowett's search for a striker continues. Gary Rowett's claimed that teams are reluctant to let top players leave in January as Millwall's striker search continues into the final week of the transfer window. The Lions have only added 19-year-old Afobe back to their ranks this month, whilst Isaac Olofi, Afobe, Hayden Muller and Visar Tobolodge have all departed in the last few weeks. It leaves Rowett short on numbers, especially up front, determined to add at least 2 new signings to the squad before the window closes. The process has clearly been difficult, although reports from Scotland claim that the club has submitted a bid for Hibernian striker Kevin Nisbet. Nevertheless, time is running out to get deals over the line before the window shuts next week, with deadline day now less than 7 days away. I think every window's the same, the Mill boss told News at 10. It's a really interesting situation, isn't it? If we win our game in hand, we're third. So how do we improve that? Unfortunately, in the Championship, there isn't a cheap way to do that. I think the level of points and the level of performances means that to get that next little bit, we've got to be really, really good at what we do. We've got to be really clever, and we've got to spend quite a bit of money. If we spend quite a bit of money, most people don't want to let their best players go this window, so they won't go that for cheap. The reality is that it isn't easy. People think that you can just pluck out 2 or 3 attacking players and that'll get you where you want to be, but it just doesn't happen that easily. It's a tough window. There has been a lot of happening, but we're working hard to do something. Indeed, they are working hard, it seems, and it seems it might be paying off. So, fair play to all of you, working hard in the background. Fair play to Mr. John Berylson, who's putting up the money for all this stuff. Yes, this could be the missing piece of the jigsaw. An actual goal scorer who can put the ball in the net. Wow. Talking of goal scorers, sort of. Also from southwarknews.co.uk today, Tom Bradshaw discusses bittersweet departure of Mill strike partner Ben Afobe, and Tom Bradshaw created a strong partnership both on and off the pitch from their time at the Den. Tom Bradshaw has admitted that Ben Afobe's Mill departure was a bittersweet moment. Afobe joined the Lions on a permanent basis over the summer after a successful loan spell last season. However, his return was far from what was expected, with injuries and tactical changes reducing his game time at the Den. As a result, the club agreed to terminate his contract, allowing him to join Hatta Club in the UAE First Division at the start of January. It was a difficult moment for Bradshaw, who's built up a strong friendship with Afobe, both on and off the pitch, although the Welsh international admitted that it was the right time for him to leave South London given the circumstances. I was over the moon when Bennett came back, he told Nisbet then. It was quite widely publicised that Bennett and I got on really well, both on and off the pitch. But that's football sometimes. Sometimes options come up, which are the best thing for the player and the club, and from knowing Bennett, he's got a lot of ties over in Dubai. I think it was the right thing for him personally. It was bittersweet, where I was happy that it was the right thing, and it worked out well for him. But obviously, from my perspective, I was sad to see him go because I got on well with him and enjoyed our partnership. I think that I saw that he scored in his first game over there, and it seems like he's enjoying it. It's a fair play to him, and hopefully I'll see him over the summer at some point. And you can read more from Tom Bradshaw in tomorrow's Suffolk News, including a rundown of his goal against Cardiff City, where he hopes to improve this season, and why he isn't worried by Mill's new hunt for a striker. Yes, so tomorrow's print edition of Suffolk News is available in shops in and around the Suffolk area, so grab it while you can. And on that note, thank you for watching, and goodbye.